Hi Belz, Hailz here, singer, songwriter slash model slash music manager slash performer, blah blah friggin' blah. Today is Free for All Friday and I haven't got a challenge. I'm sorry. But what I decided to do a bit of a Q&A instead. Because I've worked in the industry for maybe about 4 years now, I've done a fair bit. I've accumulated quite a few questions in the different areas that I've worked in. So I thought I'd run through them and it might give you some insight to what I am like. Ooh. I'm going to go over the modelling questions first. I haven't really been doing it for long, to be honest, but I have some questions from people. How do you keep your weight down? I'm poor and I can't cook. Yeah, I starve myself basically. Before I moved to London, that's what crippled me. But yeah, before I moved to London, I used to do Kyokushinkai karate, which is like a full contact knockdown style of karate. So it's good fun. So that helped me keep fit and kept my weight down. But I'm not doing it as much as anymore. But I am like training what I can do at home, like sit-ups and press-ups and what's my thingamadoodles. I spend most of my money going to gigs and stuff like that, not on food. I'm not the greatest cook. You know, once I've started cooking something and I was like, you want saucepan and choppy and stick some in the oven, and by the time it's ready I'm like, I'm not hungry now. So if you want to lose weight, be poor, be a shit cook and do some exercise. I think the healthier option is just to eat a well-balanced diet, to be honest. I used to be quite chubby when I was a kid, actually. Or not chubby, yeah I was chubby. I wasn't overweight, but I did the Rosemary Club diet with my old mum, bless her. Really it was more for moral support for her, but I could have done with shedding some pounds. It's a great way of having the support from other people that are going through the same thing as you, and you know, it's not much money, and they give you really good tips and advice, and they do some exercises and stuff like that, and things that you can take home with you. So it's worth joining a club like that if you're really serious about losing weight. And how did you get into modelling? Well, this is a bit weird actually, because I really didn't think I'd ever be a model. A very insecure person, really. I used to be so camera shy as well, unbelievably camera shy. Not when I was a kid. I was just always wanting to be in the limelight and go, there's a camera, and then I'll just go straight into it. Oh, take a picture of me! Ah, I'm performing! Ah. It's like, yeah, I always want to be in the limelight, but I don't know, after I hit my teens I got very self-conscious about myself. So someone trying to take a picture of me, I just go and make stupid faces up until I became a model, because you can't really get away with doing that. I saw a ad on CV Library and about looking for models and stuff. I was like, I'll send a picture and see what happens. I didn't think anything of it, I just thought, be a laugh. I didn't think they'd come back to me, and they did, and they said, come to have a shoot, blah blah blah. And that, alright then. So I went along, got some pictures, and they're like, yeah, you got what it takes, girl. I'm like, really? This? So I took some of the pictures that I had there and I uploaded them onto Model Mayhem. I'll put down a link down below if you're interested in becoming a model. And yeah, and then I just worked with a few photographers on there and built up my portfolio that way. You don't have to spend a fortune on pictures, you just need to talk to the right people. Get some professional ones done, start off with, and pop them on Model Mayhem, and then just build up your portfolio like that. So for the Hailz music management stuff, again I have a link down below, so please check it out. I do some promoting for bands as well as my own that I manage. How did you get into music? I started writing music when I was about 12 years old, when I first picked up guitar. I didn't really stick at it as much as I should have, but yeah, ever since I could talk, I would always sing something random. So technically, you know, I was always performing in one way or another. I moved to Greece. I did a little bit of DJing out there, just out of chance, really. I didn't know what I was doing, but I just got lumbered into doing it. I'm like, yeah, you know music, you do. I had an accident out there, which wasn't great. I drove off the side of a road, nearly off a fucking cliff, and went into a tree, saved me really. So I had an operation out there. I had some metal work put in and screws and bolts, and I have a Frankenstein leg basically. And my doctor, Dr. Papalopoulos, yeah, that's his real name. It's the most stereotypical Greek name I could ever come up with, but yeah. Dr. Papalopoulos said, you must have them taken out after a year. It sounds more Russian, but whatever. You must have them taken out after a year. I'm like, am I sod getting it done over here? I won't even go into details of how traumatic it was. Oh, I love the NHS. I came back to England to have my metal work taken out. I waited ages. And the Enid asked or said, oh, you know, you can stay with us until you have your operation. And I was like, all right then, but I want to pay my way. I want to get, you know, I don't want to be scrounging off for you guys for free. Is there any kind of work that I can do for you? And they said, well, there's a lot of admin. And yeah, there was a lot of admin that needed to be done. So whilst I was staying with the Enid, I started doing the admin stuff, and then then I turned into the Enid secretary, and you know, went on tour with the Enid and helped run the studio and helped run the fan club and everything like that. So it really built up my contacts and my knowledge in the industry, and then it just moved on from there really. So a couple of bands have come up to me and asked for my help, and I thought, I can do this. Yeah, very good. And it just built up from there, and then I got into a band, and I started working with Champagne Bubbly for radio as well. So, you know, it's who you know, and it's just gaining more and more contacts really, and getting out there. So I was very fortunate of being a bit of a socialite. How do I get a manager is another one. Yeah, a lot of people ask me to manage their bands, and a lot of people go, my friend's got a wicked band, will you manage them? And I haven't heard any of their stuff. You think, well, that's not really the right way of doing it. You know, I've seen actually some bands have just put it on their status, going on Facebook, going, is anyone able to manage us? I'm like, really? I shouldn't fucking put that like. Don't find a manager like that. I'm sorry. You're just asking for trouble. The problem is, there are so many cowboys out there that will, you know, fuck you over. And if you're going to get a manager, you need to get someone that knows what they're doing, and you're getting, you know, and it's worth it. Because I've known friends of mine that own bands. I won't mention their names because I might get them into trouble. But they've like had managers that they haven't paid or anything like that. Haven't got a contract, but because they're the manager, you know, they're the front head of that band in a way. They represent that band, and if you have someone that's representing you poorly, it will reflect on you, and it will give you a bad reputation. So don't just go with anyone. So I suggest going on the Music Management Forum, because it lists quite the most decent music managers on there. You know, people that manage Radiohead and Bon Jovi and Jessie J, you name it, they're pretty much up on there. Worth having a look on there. And, you know, word of mouth as well. You just don't just fucking put it on for your Facebook. Talk to your friends, personal friends, and go, you know, is there anyone that you can recommend? Sometimes it's better not to have a manager at all if you're going to have someone really shit that's representing you, basically. And they have to have a real passion for your music. Any band that I have managed or will manage, you know, it's not light-hearted stuff. It's not like, oh yeah, they're alright. I feel 100% in the bands that I manage, and I have a huge passion for their music and for their message and for their entertainment quality and everything like that. So they have to have 100% dedication to that band. I won't just manage anyone, let's just say that. I won't. I've got to feel it. I gotta feel it, you know. We're going to have to end it there, I think, because we're running out of time. I do have some other questions prepared. I haven't really covered anything for Via Dolorosa or as a performer, so I'll do a part 2 to this for next Friday. But by all means, if you do have any further questions, please send them over to me, and I'll try and add them in for next Friday as well. Tune in on Monday, I've got another new song for you guys, and on Wednesday I've got a request which will be quite fun to do. It's quite an entertaining one, so it'll be worth watching because I have to act like a twat. No change from me being me, really, I suppose. As always, please check out all my links below, and if you can like them, it really helps us out. And please, please, please be a bell and subscribe, share and comment. See you again soon.